Hello there, colorful creators! Are you ready to get started on our project today? Step 1 will be to gather up all your supplies on your provided supply list. Whether you are shopping in person or from the Amazon supply list, make sure that you have everything listed out. That way you're ready to go and ready to start creating today. Once you have finished up gathering up everything, you will be ready to move on to step 2. For step 2, you're going to take a look around your house and gather up some items that have interesting shapes and textures. These items could include bubble wrap, cardboard, circular objects, Legos, blocks, even a fork. You could also use cookie cutters, bottoms of pins, or cups. Make sure that it's something that you don't mind getting paint on, or you could wash it off at the end as well. For step 3, we will use the paint that is black and white to print onto our paper. We will use our sponge brush to cover the bottom of our objects and print it all over our paper. Use layers and work in various colors between the black and the white. I can't wait to work on this project with you. I hope you're excited. All right, now that you know what we're gonna do, it is time to get creative. So get ready, prepare your workspace, and let's get started. Here we go. Hello there, colorful creators. Are you ready to get started? I have my finished project here, so you can take a look to see what we will be creating exactly today. You're going to want to gather up all them supplies that we had on the list. I just have a few different items that I had found around my house. So I used the bottom of a couple of markers, highlighter, a circle there, a fork, and I have a little bit of cardboard pieces that you can use. Bubble wrap is also a really fun one to use as well. And you're going to want to grab your white paint and your black paint too. And then your paper plate here, so that way you can put your paint on there. And then once you have all of those supplies ready to go, you're going to want to take your colored piece of construction paper, so you can select whatever color you would like. And you're going to use that to do all of your printmaking on today. So we're gonna go ahead and pour out a little bit of black paint here onto the paper plate, and then shake up and pour out a little bit of white paint as well. Now we want to be mindful of where our paint is going. Maybe if you don't want paint on your hands, you can always put a little bit of rubber gloves on, but I don't mind getting paint on my hands and it can always wash off later. And then also with our items that we will be printmaking with, we will want to use a sponge brush so that way we can brush that on our items. But we also want to make sure that we're selecting items that if paint doesn't exactly come all the way off, we are okay with it. So if we wash our items off as soon as we are done using them, then the paint should just be able to wash off easily. But if you are worried about that and afraid about that, mom or dad, then you can always select items that you aren't very concerned about, like a plastic fork maybe instead of one of your metal forks. So you can just begin by selecting one of your objects here. I'm going to start with my bubble wrap, and you're going to just start brushing that paint on there, and then you're just going to smooth it over and lift it off. And so this is just really fun time to just practice some different prints. It's really awesome, and I always really enjoy just making those different prints and pushing them down onto my paper to see just the different designs that it leaves and the different patterns that it leaves as well. So you can just switch back and forth between your black and your white paint and smooth over and push down and make different prints throughout your entire piece of paper. So I'm starting with the bubble wrap, like I said, and I'm starting with that because it's a little bit bigger of a print surface there that I'm covering. So I'm kind of working my way from larger to smaller. So selecting that largest object, covering it with paint and making the largest prints first, and then putting those smaller prints on over top of it. So the reason I'm doing this is because if I started with maybe some of my really tiny prints, maybe like my fork print, and then I put my bubble wrap on over top of it, it would kind of cover up a lot of that because it's a bigger print, my bubble wrap print is. But you can do it however you would like. So it is your picture. You can create it however you want to create it. Just have fun. And you might want 2 different sponge brushes as well if you would like. A sponge brush for the white paint and one for the black paint, but it's totally not necessary. You can always take a napkin and kind of dab it off a little bit if you're switching between colors, or if you don't mind the colors kind of mixing a little bit as well, then that's totally fine as well. So you're just going to work your way and just kind of cover your picture with all of your fun prints. And I'm just making sure to keep a napkin or a paper towel nearby. You can always wet that a little bit if you need to. So I just cleaned off a little bit of that white paint because I'm gonna switch here to my black paint. And I can always use I have a cup of water and clean off my brush in there as well if I want to. And so as I'm doing this next little print design, this is just with another little object that I found around my house. I'm not having to use the sponge brush at all. I'm just dipping it directly into the paint and putting it right down on my paper. So some of your items may not need you to use the sponge brush to apply the paint, and you can just stamp it directly on your picture. And you want to make sure that as you're stamping that you get enough paint to cover the bottom of your object, but you don't want too much paint to where it's going to squish out too much and it's just going to glob around and be super saturated on your picture. So make sure you get that perfect little amount of paint, enough to cover it, but not too much that you're globbing too much paint on it. And after I finished up that with the black paint, I just wiping that off and I'm moving on to my cardboard pieces. So you can move at whatever pace you want to. Maybe you're not ready to switch to the next object, and that's totally okay. Just move through and pick whichever little object that you want to paint with and print with, and you're just gonna make your own patterns and make your own shapes with your objects. So it's just really a fun time to just explore and see all the different designs that you can make. Maybe you want to arrange your objects and your prints within a smiley face design, or even a heart design, or a mixture of all of it together. Or maybe you just want to do it like mine and just kind of put a little bit of everything everywhere and just have fun with it. And so you're totally welcome to create however you would like to. I want you to remember that art is a expression of yourself, and it's time to just explore and to have a lot of fun. So don't feel like you have to make your piece of artwork look a certain way or follow it exactly to look like mine. So you are unique and there's nobody else like you. So therefore your art is going to be unique and there's going to be no other art like yours. And that's the really special part about it, is my art is going to be unique and different, just like your art is going to be unique and different. And now I'm moving on to my little highlighter circle here. And so you'll probably be surprised about all the different objects that you have within your house that you can use to create a stamp and a print with. So it's really fun just to see all of those different objects, and you may have some really cool ones that maybe I didn't even think of as well. So I would love to see those too whenever you finish your piece of artwork here and your beautiful masterpiece. I would love to see that. So make sure that you send in a picture to us on our social media, on Facebook or Instagram. You can search us and have maybe your mom or dad take a picture and tag us in it, because we would love to see the awesome and beautiful creation that you made, and maybe even the different objects that you use to create that. So maybe even if you had like a race car that you used and you put the wheels in the paint and you create race car tracks on it, or some just different objects that you have around your house. Could be cookie cutters, or even maybe if you had some little plastic animals that have footprints on them, you could do that as well. So I'd be very excited to see the fun and exciting and very creative objects that you use to make your masterpiece. And on this piece of cardboard, I'm going to brush with my sponge brush, applying that black paint. So on those bigger pieces that you may have, you can use that sponge brush just to brush that on there rather than stamping it directly in the paint. And one really awesome thing about this project is you can do this project actually over and over again. So if you really enjoyed making this project today, then remember that you can get another piece of paper and you can do it again. And even though if you do this project again, it will look completely different than the last time. So maybe if you want to do it again, you can select a different piece of construction paper to work with. And maybe if it's time for Christmas, you could make Christmas cards with it, and you could select red and green little construction paper and then select red or green paint that goes along with it as well. And you could put your design all on the front of it. And then after it's dry, you could write a special message and send it as a Christmas card to maybe some family members or a friend that you have that you would like to send that to. So the wonderful thing with art is we can incorporate it and we can gift it to other people. People love whenever we're able to spend time and create them a beautiful masterpiece and something to show how much you appreciate them and how much you love them. So that is a really great idea that you can use to share your art with other people. Or maybe if you really like this art project, you can keep it for yourself, and maybe you can hang it on your refrigerator, or maybe even find a little frame to put it in and hang it up in your room too. So you're just going to want to keep printing until you feel like your picture is complete, or until you want to be done. So I'm just almost finishing up here. I'm just going to make a couple more prints, but you can definitely keep printing for as long as you would like to. Maybe again, once you finish your picture, you want to do another one. So get out another piece of construction paper and you can start all over and do it all again. So just keep printing until you are satisfied and you think that your picture has reached maximum awesomeness, and you're just going to want to keep doing that until it is all finished and you're all done. And one thing to keep in mind about this project too is we're not making a specific thing, we're not drawing a specific object, like maybe a dog or a portrait of somebody or anything like that, we're just really enjoying the process of art. So one thing about art is it's not just about having a finished piece of artwork, it's also about the process of making the artwork and how much fun we can have, the memories we can make during it as well, and just how we can explore printmaking and just have a really fun time doing that. So keep that in mind whenever you're exploring and whenever you're creating, that it's not all about a finished piece of artwork. If you had fun in the meantime of making it, then it was totally worth it. Even if maybe the project didn't turn out exactly the way that you wanted it to, you still were able to enjoy, have a good time, and maybe spend some quality time with maybe a friend or a mom or dad, or maybe your grandma or grandpa, or a brother or sister even too, while you're able to create together. So I'm just about finished up with my piece. Are you getting close to finishing yours? If not, you can always just pause the video, or you can just continue on creating, even though I may be finished already. So just take your time. Don't feel like you have to rush through this. If you are not done whenever I'm done, just keep creating, keep having fun, and keep working on your beautiful masterpiece. Just cleaning off some of that excess water that's in my sponge brush, so that way I can have it all clean and get that black paint out of there. And then I can pick up some more of this other paint and apply that onto my bubble wrap piece as well. And I'm just going to finish stamping those on my picture, and then I'm going to be just about finished up here. So once you're done with your picture, you're going to want to make sure that you let it dry before you like hang it up or move it. Or if you wanted to make maybe like a Christmas card or a birthday card or a letter of some sort, you're going to want to make sure you let it dry before you fold that in half, and then before you make that a Christmas card or something and write on the inside of it. So make sure you let it dry all the way, put it in a safe place so that way it's not getting knocked around or anything like that, and let that dry so that way your paint isn't being spread around everywhere. So once you're finished too, you're gonna probably wanna go wash your hands, get off any extra paint that may be there, get them all clean so you're not having little paint pieces all over your house. I'm sure mom or dad are definitely gonna appreciate that. So go wash your hands, and then you will be ready to move on to the rest of your day without leaving a paint trail behind you. Alrighty, here I am just putting the finishing touches on my picture, and then I'm going to be all done. I hope that you've had a lot of fun creating this with me. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to show you how to explore printmaking and how to make a really fun and cool printmaking picture. I hope that you've enjoyed it and that you will continue creating like this and maybe make lots more pictures like this. Make sure to tag us and follow us on social media. We would love to see your beautiful masterpieces that you created. It was just so much fun to create along with you today, and I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any videos or courses or ideas that you would like to see in the future, please let us know. We would love to make those or show you how to create in a certain way. So please suggest those to us. We will love to create those videos for you so you can further explore art and creativity. But I hope that you've really enjoyed this today, and I've really enjoyed creating alongside of you as well. So work on your piece some more if you're not finished. just because I'm done does not mean you have to stop or stop the fun at all. So keep working, and thank you so much for creating with me. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. And remember to stay colorful.